Hey guys, John from Old Oak Cleaning here, and I just wanted to show you guys what happens when you are using the wrong chemicals to clean a floor. So, of course, this is a black glossy floor, so this is a tough one to keep clean. And they just had it mopped 2 days ago. Is that 2 days ago you said?
Yes.
About 2 days ago. They just had this floor mopped 2 days ago, and there was a bit of soap that was left on the floor, and you can see that. Where can you see that? You can see that there's a bit of soap left on the floor because you see that glitter that you get. So what I want to show you is right here, if we lift up the carpet to where they are typically not cleaning, and you run your finger across the floor, well, it looks like they might have cleaned here too. We're also getting a haze to the floor, but I'll show you guys the difference between before and after of when we clean this floor, when it has a haze on the floor and when it doesn't have that detergent on the floor. I'll be able to run my finger over the floor and it's not going to leave any of those marks. Like you can see some here, some of the footprints and stuff like that. And black gloss floors are just very difficult floors to take care of, but if you're leaving a residue on the floor, then it can just absolutely wreak havoc on trying to keep it clean. So right now we've got our Tornado little cleaning machine here, and we're just gonna give these floors a scrub. So we're just using water and a neutral cleaner, and we're just trying to get rid of all of these marks here. And we're trying to make it to where when a person does walk in here, the footprints aren't as noticeable. Now, obviously, it's a black gloss floor. You're gonna track dirt inside. You're gonna see the dirt on the floor. But when there's a residue on the floor, that residue holds on to the dirt a lot more. And you can actually see kind of this residue here, right? You see when I rub it, it kind of goes away. And that's all just extra soap from the cleaners using the wrong products on the floor. So we're gonna give everything a scrub, and we'll let you know how it comes back, okay? Guys, so here's where we're at with one pass, but I just wanted to stop to show you this. Now, all of this is still a lot of soap and stuff like that on the floor, and we're just gonna have to come in here with a neutral cleaner, but you see there's no fingerprints, no swirling marks, right? So when your floor is properly cleaned, whether it's a wood floor, a laminate floor, hardwood floor, or a painted floor, when your floor is properly cleaned using the right chemicals, you're not gonna leave a residue like right here. So this residue, it may just take quite a bit in order to get it off, but you can see in the spot that we've already done, we're not leaving any oil streaks by running our hand over the paint. This is water, it's still wet over here. But over here where it's dry, right up in here where it's dry, we're not leaving any, right? There's no oil streaks there. So it's a big difference. Obviously the floor still has a ton of stuff on it. So we're gonna be cleaning it for a while. It's gonna take a few passes, but we are eventually gonna get it off, and I'll show you guys. Another great example, guys. So we just went over the floor and you can see the line right here. See my fingerprints showing up on the flooring here. On this side, the fingerprints, right? At least nowhere near as many. So this is that residue that you can almost draw in. So that's how you know your floors are properly cleaned. Okay, back to it. All that buildup, all that soap buildup that's not coming up. That's the thing, is all these chemicals, you know, they're hard bases, and sometimes they can just completely damage a floor to where you can't get back to the original finish, and all you can do at that point is just to resand the floor. Resand the floor, in this case repaint the floor. Why you always have to be careful what cleaning chemicals you use. Always make sure that you're using a pH neutral floor cleaner when you're cleaning these floors and when you're mopping, because some of those floor cleaners are pretty tough bases, and you can see that once they're on a floor, sometimes they will not come up. It's kind of a tough one for sure. Suck it up with a vacuum cleaner so that way the liquid isn't staying on the floor for too long. This machine is specifically designed for hardwood, laminate, painted, any sort of delicate finish, delicate floor, stone. And it's specifically designed to put down just a little bit of chemical, and you can turn off the vacuum to brush it, and you can turn on and off your function to be able to add and subtract chemical. So this is really just a great machine for this kind of job. But you can see that floor might just be damaged. Since this is a painted floor, what we're actually cleaning right now is the enamel layer on top, right? We're cleaning that clear coat protectant film that they put on the floors to protect the floors. And as you can see, this soap damage on these floors, all that chemical damage, and that's from mopping the floors with an aggressive cleaner, or with a something like a Fabuloso or a Pinolin, and you're putting too much soap in the solution to mop the floors, and you don't get that finish up off the floor. This is the result. it leaves a lot of staining on the floors. Depending on your floor, it can leave a really bad finish. So, and the other thing too is if they're putting a like a mop and glow, or if they're using Bona on the floors at all. Do you know if they're using Bona on these floors?
No, it's just regular.
Just the regular Fabulosa is what you're saying?
Pine. Yeah.
Yeah. Pine Sol?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pine Sol. Yeah. Pine Sol is the same way as Fabulosa and the other floor cleaners, where it's just, it's a basic, it's not a neutral floor cleaner, it's slightly alkaline. So what happens is that as it sits on the finish on the floor, it just kind of sits there and corrodes the finish a little bit. So we're gonna scrub on it a little bit more, see if we can't get it up, but you know, the only solution to this may just be to have the floors repainted. So we're gonna see what we can do though, guys, so we'll get back to it. All right, so this is the water that we're getting up. Now you notice there's a lot of soap in there. We haven't added any soap to the solution tank at all. This is all just pure water that we're putting in. So the soap that you see in this bucket is the soap that's coming off of the floor. So it's not too dirty. It is dirty, but you see all the soap that's there, guys? So all of that is the soap that was still on the floor. See all that soap. We haven't added any soap to the solution, and that's the soap that we've gotten off the floor. So we just got to keep going. Example A right here, guys. Look at all that soap that's on the floor. All that soap. And we're just using warm water. That's it. Just putting warm water on the floor, and we're brushing the floor. Look at all that soap that's coming off these floors. So, yep. That's why you got to make sure that that your cleaners are using the right chemicals. You can damage your floor big time. You won't damage it immediately, but over time, over the years of use, you'll end up damaging the floor. So, all right, back at it. Guys, look at this. We just cleaned it, and I'm still sticking to the floor. So there's still more soap to come up. You can kind of see right there all the soap sludge, right? That's not dirt and debris, guys, that's all soap. And then this is right here is where we just ran the machine. So, yeah, there's a lot less. I mean, there's still soap on there, but this place has been getting mopped with Pine Sol. For how long have you said it's been getting mopped? How long have they been mopping this floor with Pine Sol? Years. It's been years.
Years, but yeah, since they've been working. Yeah.
How many years do you think? I can tell by the buildup it's been years.
Like probably like 2-3 years now.
2-3 years, yeah.
Or more.
Yeah. I was thinking more 4 to 5 is what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Just to give you another show. See that? Here. See that? The soap there. And if you're curious about this, guys, what you guys can always do, if you want to test your floor to see if there's soap on the floor, I'll show you how you can do it. Put a little bit of water just on a rag, and just go to where you think there's soap. And if you just push down real hard, clean aggressively like that, and then let it dry, and then you can go back over and touch and see if you're leaving fingerprints. Whereas here, see, leaving fingerprints here.
I just grabbed an error that's shaped like actual.
See? So yeah, that's how you can test for it. All right, guys, so this is it. This is the last water pour that we have for the day. We're headed out of here, but I want you to look at the drain while I pour this into the tub here. You can see all that soap that just comes out of this water. Look at all that soap that's on top. Now we're just cleaning with just water and nothing else. Just water and nothing else, and look at all this soap. So that's all that's coming off of the floors, and so yeah, that's what we're doing. That's getting the soap off of the floor so that we can give you a proper clean. All right, so we're done for the day. So we're running out of time. We're just gonna have to come back and finish the rest of this house later because we still have the hall and other bedrooms and things like that. But you can see if you listen, I'm still sticking to the floor in some places. So there's just a lot of soap on this floor, and it's gonna take multiple passes with the machine. So we'll instruct the cleaners to not clean the floors with any sort of soap, to just use a warm water and mop it up aggressively with warm water for a while. And eventually over time, hopefully we'll be able to get up a lot of this soap. But as you can see, we took a lot of it off today. I'm not really leaving footprints in the floor walking around anymore. But, and you can kind of see the gloss in the floor a little better. But yeah, that's just kind of what we've got to deal with on these floors. The black painted floors, they're gorgeous when they're new, but once they start getting worn down, they can be a bit of an eyesore. I'll just instruct our cleaners to make sure that they're not using any sort of soap on this floor here. So that's what we've got for you today. So, all right, guys, thank you, and we'll see you next time.